Hello, welcome to Epoch Lies. In this channel, I am on a mission to reveal someone who is lying with an unsettling amount of confidence. This individual is not just any liar, he is an incredible actor, a master of deception. Regretfully, this man holds immense political power, and what's worse, he's incredibly well liked. His fan base is massive, and his supporters are unwavering. But here's the truth, he knew this moment would come, and he's fully prepared to defend himself. I wish with all my heart that I could have spoken about this a few months ago. But I couldn't. The weight of that regret hangs heavy on me. It's absolutely crucial that we uncover the truth, because this man has built an empire based entirely on falsehoods. And what's even more infuriating is that, despite this, he's being celebrated and praised by all the major TV networks and YouTubers as if he's some kind of hero. It feels like the world is being fed a lie. That's why I couldn't stay silent any longer. I had to start this channel to expose the truth, to tear down the false narrative. This is about standing up for what's right and spreading the truth to those who want to hear it. There's so much I want to share with the world, and I ask that you approach this with an open mind. Together, let's unmask Jaggi Vasudev. Before we get started, let's take a moment to watch this video clip. It has been put on Jaggi's official channel. Believe me, it's crucial to see it with your own eyes. It'll give you a much clearer picture of what's really going on and what's at risk. Let's play.
I think I must tell you something about the madness from where I come. After 2 lifetimes of heartbreaking sadhana, very intense, very truly heartbreaking sadhana. These 2 lifetimes, I was referred to by people as Shiva Yogi. And when it was needed, when my guru appeared, when he felt he did not feel fit to touch me, he touched me with his stick. And everything that needs to be realized was realized. I was at the very peak of anything can be.
So, that being was referred to as Shiva Yogi, trying to fulfill the mission that was put into him. Didn't work, came back again. Sadguru Sri Brahma tried very hard, almost successful, but couldn't fix the goodwill in the society because the intensity of who he is could not be understood in the social circumstances. He couldn't fulfill that. He prepared a few people and then went up the mountain. He was checking himself, why has he failed? He's got everything. Why is it didn't happen? He knew it's not that he lacks the competence, it's just that he did not garner the social support that was needed. So he went up the mountain for the last time. Before going up, he announced here at the foothills, a few of his disciples gathered. They said, "What now?" He said, "Even Tirpi Varvan, that means this one will be back again." And he went up the mountain for the last time. And he did a rare thing. He left his body through all his 7 chakras at the same time. He's just checking himself. He knows it's not so, but still the first blame should be on you when something doesn't work. So he's checking in case I'm not good or I'm not good enough. So he left his body through all his 7 chakras. This phenomenal energy, this very distinct energy which is nowhere else, you can experience on the 7th hill. It's very, very different from anything that you would find anywhere. It's distinctly different. So with that done, he knew what is the problem is you didn't handle the circumstance properly.
This round when we came, we planned everything to a point where we decided a few people that I need, where they are born, in which room, how. Everything was planned, it went accordingly.
Thank you for watching the video. Now, please, rewind 30 seconds and really pay attention to what he says.
This round when we came, we planned everything to a point where we decided a few people that I need, where they are born, in which room, how. Everything was planned, it went accordingly.
He boldly claims that he planned the births of certain individuals in his past life. I have to give him some credit for his confidence because it's nothing more than a fairy tale, something that's simply impossible, no matter how you look at it. It's honestly mind-boggling how he can tell such a fake story with such certainty, as if he's convincing everyone else that it's the truth. Furthermore, what's even more disturbing is that he convinced people, manipulated them into believing that he somehow prearranged the births of certain individuals. Regretfully, he made them believe that they were born into a specific womb because of him. It's honestly terrifying and deeply dangerous. The way he manipulates people's beliefs, making them think he has control over something so fundamental as birth itself, is not just unsettling. It's a risk to their sense of reality. Now, let me ask you some questions. Can he really control where people are born? Can he just put anyone in any womb he chooses? I'm going to explain you, with just a basic understanding of spirituality, why that's impossible. My spiritual understanding may not be perfect, so please forgive me if I make any mistakes. I don't claim to know everything, but I know enough to see through the illusion he's created. It's time to shatter this illusion once and for all. Let's break down this lie from proper spiritual perspective. Let's take a moment to truly understand what lies within each of us. It's called as soul. When a person dies, the body is left behind, but the soul continues its journey. And here's where the depth of spirituality comes into play. Depending on the karma the soul accumulates throughout lives, it travels to different realms. Whether it be heaven, hell, or other realms. If a person has lived a life filled with nothing but goodness, kindness, and selflessness, their soul is rewarded by ascending to heaven. Similarly, if a person has lived a life of crime, selfishness, and harm, their soul will not escape the consequences. It will descend to Naraka, or hell, where it faces the punishment for every wrongdoing, every moment of cruelty, and every act of injustice. Now, think about it. Jaggi Vasudev claims he can take a soul after death and place it into a womb, completely ignoring the universal laws outlined in the Shastras, Vedas, and Puranas. How could he bypass the natural journey of the soul skipping hell, heaven, Brahma Loka, and all other realms? It's simply not possible, and it's not a piece of cake. Let's take a moment to truly understand karma. You've likely heard the saying, what comes around, goes around, and that's essentially the essence of karma. A cycle of cause and effect. The energy we put out into the world comes back to us. If we choose to act with kindness, generosity, and love, we reap those rewards. But if we engage in negativity, deceit, or harm, we will inevitably face the consequences of those actions. It's so simple, yet so powerful. Let's put it into perspective with an example. Imagine a woman in a past life who selflessly cared for the sick, placing others above herself, sacrificing her own well-being to help those in need. In her present life, she is constantly blessed with the generosity of others, and her needs are always met. It's not magic, it's karma at work. Each of us has lived countless lifetimes, accumulating karma in every single one. And when we add up the karma from all those lives, we get what's known as sanchita karma. This is the total accumulated karma of every soul, in other words, the sum of every action from billions of lifetimes. But there's another layer to karma we need to understand. It's called as prarabdha karma. This is the portion of karma that's already been selected to play out in this current life. It's not just a random fate. It's chosen from the vast reservoir of sanchita karma. Prarabdha karma determines everything about our life, such as the family we are born into, even our gender and place of birth. It's the fabric of our existence. In fact, our birth is shaped by prarabdha karma. Why is it that one person is born into a life of wealth, while another is born into poverty? Have you ever wondered why? It's all because of prarabdha karma. The circumstances of our birth, our family, our environment, they're all the result of prarabdha karma, and it's this deep. Jaggi Vasudev claims that he planned the birth of a few individuals, but how on earth could he manage the intricate workings of prarabdha and sanchita karma for others? It's impossible. He simply cannot handle the depths of these things. No one can. But let's break it down further. If he truly claims he can control the birth of others, that would mean he has to somehow write the prarabdha karma for everyone. To place someone in a specific womb, he would first need to go through their sanchita karma, the vast accumulation of karma from billions of past lifetimes. He would have to carefully select a small part of that enormous collection. But here's the truth, it's simply impossible. No one has the ability to access or manipulate the sanchita karma of others, except the God. What Jaggi is claiming is pure fantasy, a laughable illusion that can't hold any weight in reality. It's utterly impossible and cannot be accomplished by any occult knowledge he claims to possess. Here's another thought-provoking question. Jaggi Vasudev, also known as Sri Brahma in his past life, went up the hill and died. Did he somehow dictate the births of others after his death? Who has performed the occult practices once he was gone? And how could he possibly control their souls when he was no longer alive? Let's consider the possibility that he performed some occult rituals before his death and somehow dictated the wombs for certain individuals. But after his death, people still perform their own karma. And based on that karma, they attain their respective wombs. How can anyone, after their death, cancel out the karma of others? It's completely outrageous. This doesn't just defy logic. It shakes the very core of what we understand about life, death, and spirituality. In Sanatan Dharma, it's believed that there are 84 lakh species, each possessing a soul. Now, think about this, how could anyone possibly skip over 8,399,999 species and select the womb of a human in their next life? This completely defies the natural flow of the cycle of birth, death, and reincarnation. It's infuriating, isn't it? The very core of what we believe about life, karma, and rebirth is being twisted and manipulated. But the truth is, he tricked people into believing that they were born into certain wombs because of him. The real question is, how did he manage to deceive them so effectively? He manipulated people using his occult knowledge. I strongly suspect he used some dangerous, deceitful occult practices to convince individuals that their past lives were tied to his actions. Thank you for watching. If you found this valuable, please share it with others and spread the truth.